everyone to please stand and join us for the posting of colors and the singing of our national anthem, performed this evening by seniors Hannah Boudreau and Cassie Poirier.
I'm not going to peace sign when they start singing. I read your check.
Dude, don't come on that like that.
You almost fell on top of your daughter. You.
Post the colors.
Oh, I miss doing that. Oh my gosh. You could have done it.
You could have put the soda in your stomach.
So straight dude in the face.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the
guardians, family, friends, and honored guests to this evening's commencement ceremonies.
You can't see him.
We hope that you enjoy this wonderful evening while we acknowledge and celebrate with pride this accomplishment of our students. Out of courtesy for all our students and their guests tonight, we ask everyone to please cooperate with the personnel performing security and police duties by keeping all entranceways clear. Remain outside the fenced perimeter during the graduation exercises. The ceremony has concluded. The graduates exit. They will then invite their parents and guests to meet them on the field directly back of us. Thank you for your cooperation. It is now my pleasure to introduce our distinguished guests so they may be recognized for their continuous support of New Bedford High School. Mayor of our city and Chairman ex officio of the school committee, the Honorable Jonathan F. Mitchell. Vice Chairperson of the school committee, Mr. Joker Jack B. Livramento, Jr. School committee member, Mr. Joshua Amaral. School committee member, Dr. Lawrence J. Finity. School Committee Member, Mr. Bruce J. Oliveira. And School Committee Member, Mrs. Marlene Pollock. Our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Pia Durkin. Assistant Superintendent for Student Services, Dr. Heather D. Larkin. Our Business Manager, Mr. Patrick Murphy. Our Implementation Manager for Quality Services for English Language Learners, Ms. Sonia Walmsley. The Headmaster of New Bedford High School, Mr. Andrew Kulak. Greenhouse Master, Mrs. Catherine Resendiz. The Interim Tan House Master, Mr. Stephen P. Jallo. Blue House Master, Mrs. Judith A. Lima.
My best friend.
Our Dean of Students, Mrs. Carrie Setnich. And the Registration and Pathway Success Administrator and the Graduation Facilitator, Ms. Bernadette Coelho. And seated to my right, School Resource Officers, Officer Ryan Bland and Officer J.R. Rivero. I would now like to introduce a special musical selection. God Bless the USA will be performed this evening by senior members of our choral groups.
I gave it away. $80. $80. Oh, you could have got a trouble for it though. You could have got a trouble for it. I'll put it on the spot right now.
Exactly.
Thank you. At this time, I would like to call up our first speaker, bringing greetings from the city, our mayor and chairman ex officio of the school committee, the Honorable Jonathan F. Mitchell. Mr. Kulak, Superintendent Durkin, members of the school committee, parents, teachers, guests, most of all, members of the New Bedford High School class of 2014. It is an honor for me to be here today to celebrate the culmination of years of hard work. Getting here was no walk in the park. You've had to sacrifice to keep your grades up, had to choose studying over going out with friends from time to time, had to deal with peer pressure, and of course you had to pass the MCATs. You've done it. You've achieved something very real, and tonight you have every reason to be proud. But of course you didn't do it alone. We all depend on others in different ways. You share this day with a safety net of people who supported you along the way. While there are too many people to list, two groups deserve your highest gratitude, graduates. You sit here today in part because your teachers stood and delivered for you, time and time again. They worked hard for you not because there was something in it for them. They don't make a lot of money doing what they're doing. They stayed up late at night correcting your papers, gave you extra attention when you needed it, and supported you in your extracurricular activities. Your teachers asked for nothing in return because they were devoted to your development as young men and women. They just wanted to make you better. The other group of graduates is sitting right out there. It will be years before you come to recognize how much your parents have done for you. Mark Twain once said that when he turned 21, he was amazed at how much his parents had learned since he was 14 years old. Teenagers don't always see eye to eye with their parents, and sometimes they think their parents just don't understand. But mark my word, graduates, in time you will realize that your parents have always had your best interests at heart. They've always supported you. They are so proud of you. And today, they too deserve to take a bow. So right about now is a good time for you to give them a heartfelt round of applause, graduates. Despite the achievement we recognize today, and despite your rightfully proud families, the reality is that, graduates, that you can't rest on your laurels. Today is not a stopping point. We call graduation ceremonies commencements because this indeed is a beginning. Your work lies ahead of you. So with the humility of someone who can't remember who spoke at my high school graduation, never mind what he said, I offer you a couple of brief thoughts in the hope that it may prove useful to you at the right moment in the future. As you step down the road of life in pursuit of your dreams, graduates, you'll have to make some hard choices. Many of the important choices of life: where to live, where to work, whom to call a friend, will be informed in some way by how you define success for yourself. There's the customary definition of success that we're all familiar with. It's the one that's marked by external appearances, your job title, the things you have, and the names in your contact list. We used to call them Rolodexes, but nobody uses Rolodexes. The point is, that definition is all about status. It's fundamentally about the approval of others. Now, don't get me wrong, we all want more of the things that make everyday life easier. Everybody does. Nor can I, any elected official anywhere in the world, honestly claim complete indifference to the approval of others. People like me have to win some measure of approval just to get our jobs. But this view of success is flawed. The problem is that it tends to exalt appearance over substance, status over character, short-term credit over lasting achievement. The allure of momentary approval can threaten your commitment to your values and true to yourself. The people we admire most in life, the ones that leave behind lasting achievements, are those that have relentlessly relentlessly pursued higher purposes at the risk of short-term approval of others. It's the emergency room physician who went into medicine not for the promise of a hefty paycheck, but to treat people in their time of greatest need. It's the neighborhood group leader who volunteers her time not to get her name in the newspaper, but to make her corner of the world a more pleasant place for children to grow up in. It's the soldier who enlisted not so that others might perceive him to be courageous, but simply to serve his nation. These pursuits are the stuff of real success. Now, I'm not saying that accolades and money shouldn't be part of your future. You don't need to take a vow of poverty to find fulfillment in your life. What I'm saying is that having nice stuff may happen along the way, but it's the nature of your actions, not who you are or what you have, that will define your success. Fulfillment, graduates, lies not in being something, but in doing something. Graduates, congratulations on your achievement today, and I hope you will return to our great city someday to extend your talent and pursue noble purposes. Thank you very much. The next speaker, our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Pia Durkin.
She's out late.
Mayor Mitchell, members of the school committee, honored guests, administrators, teachers, parents, friends, very importantly, students of the class of 2014.
She like tripped on the way here and then no, what was it?
In a short while, you will no longer be New Bedford High School students. However, I get to have a few more minutes as Ms. Superintendent and want you to think back to 4 years ago when you first entered this high school as freshmen. You had a circle of friends that you may have known since elementary school. You may have come from a foreign country and had to navigate learning a new language. You may have been successful in one subject, but found a whole new world to learn, like robotics, or film production, or psychology, or environmental science. You may have thought about acting or singing, but you were able to have a key role in an award-winning drama production and found your passion in performing for others. And if you came here loving sports, you may now have memories of being a member of a New Bedford High School team that led you to learn more about being a teammate, win or lose, with courage and character. Through all of these events, you have been a whaler. So how do you take those things learned during these last 4 years as a whaler to the next level? Ask yourself, how will you demonstrate not only who the whaler you are today, but the pride and power of the whaler you will become tomorrow? And as you become the whaler of the future, in college, in technical school, in the military, working the job of your dreams with new friends and taking on new adventures, I have 4 short pieces of advice. 1. Honor and respect yourself. Be in charge of your own attitude, knowing that it is your attitude that sets the path for the day ahead and all those you meet. 2. Be kind and be reliable. Realize that life sometimes is unfair, but know that it's not what you get or what is done for you, but how we take and use what we are dealt that makes the person we want to be. 3. Be confident that you can make a difference despite others around you who may be cynical or negative. And last, and number 4, remember, you are never alone. Your parents, family members, friends, teachers, and this great New Bedford community brought you this way. No matter where you go or what you do, consider these good people in your life as home, and know that they will be there for you again and again. I say to you, terrific class of 2014, the world is waiting for your strength, your resilience, and your optimism to make it a better place. Go do it. Bless you and good luck. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Durkin. Our next speaker, bringing greetings from our own Bedford High School family, our headmaster, Mr. Andrew Kulak.
Thank you, Mr. Costa. Good evening, family, friends, in the class of 2014. This evening, we're gathered collectively for our graduation and commencement ceremony. Graduation to mark the end of your high school career, and commencement to mark a new beginning for you as you leave New Bedford High School. As your headmaster, this will be my final commencement address to a graduating class at New Bedford High School. So tonight, I'd like to add some parting words and give some perspective on the importance of being here tonight. This graduation marks the end of an era for New Bedford High School. As a class of 2014, you close the chapter as a symbolic end to what we have come to know as New Bedford High School. Come September, things will be very different. As students, you have progressed through your high school career with the element of change as a continuous theme. Sometimes change has been an irritant, sometimes an enemy, but most often as an ally, as change is usually for the better. There have been obvious changes. You've seen 4 houses become 3, administrators go, come, and some return. Guidance counselor has changed, teachers have changed. We have gone from French fries every day, to sometimes on Fridays, to now only a rarity. But what happened to the chocolate milk? Then there are the subtle changes, the more important changes, the changes in you. You have honed your thinking skills, gained knowledge, improved your ability to make good decisions. You have responded to higher expectations and challenging academic demands. You've grown. As graduates, you have persevered and demonstrated resiliency with the ability to adapt to new challenges. Graduating high school is not easy, and your presence here tonight is validation of your ability to be a success. Over the last 4 years, as students, at times, you've been guided towards making good decisions. Maybe guided by a friend, maybe a parent, maybe a teacher. But in the end, you made the decision. You did it. You are responsible. Your actions put you on this field tonight. So as you move on to the next level, remember that you are in charge of your own life. Don't get caught up in blaming others for what you have or don't have, or the position that you might be in. You decide what to do, what actions to take. You decide what to say and how to say it. You decide what friends to hang out with, if that's a good idea or not. And you decide to work hard. It's a pretty simple formula. The effort and quality that you put in determines the quality of what comes out. No one is perfect, and you may not always make the right decision. But remember, in life, change is a constant, and challenges are many. To come out ahead and stay moving in the direction of success, make more good decisions than bad. Simple advice that takes a lifetime of effort. So as the class of 2014, as your headmaster, I offer you congratulations. You worked hard. successfully responded to challenges that were put in front of you. Be proud to be a graduate of New Bedford High School. I wish you the best efforts in your future. Always remember that you will be part of the New Bedford High School family. Thank you for a great year, a great 4 years, helping to keep the tradition of excellence alive in New Bedford High School. My final words to you as you move on to the next level: you will always be a whaler. Be a proud whaler. To the community, to the district, to New Bedford High School staff and students, I thank you. I thank you for the opportunity to serve the students of New Bedford, to be a part of their lives, to work with them and for them. I've enjoyed the experience, and it has been my honor. Thank you.
Después que eso fue Taylor hoy. Taylor. Yeah, starts, yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Kulak. And now it is my sincere pleasure to introduce to you our Dean of Students, Mrs. Carrie Senich.
Good evening. It is my honor and privilege to introduce to you the class of 2014 valedictorian Hallie Berger. Thank you, Dean Senich, and good evening, Mayor Mitchell, Superintendent Durkin, Headmaster Kulak, members of the school committee, faculty, friends, and most importantly, graduates of the class of 2014. As the valedictorian, it is with great pride and honor that I speak to you tonight. This past year has not been easy for the students of New Bedford High School. Besides being subject to the typical duress associated with schoolwork, extracurricular activities, college applications, scholarships, and graduation preparations, the students of our high school have been slandered by the harsh words of a biased media. Rather than highlight the myriad accomplishments of our students, the media has only chosen to comment on the negative incidents that have plagued our high school. Our high school has been said to exude an atmosphere of fear. However, let me make myself clear. I have never felt scared, frightened, or uncomfortable during my 4 years at this school. And I have never once regretted my decision to attend New Bedford High School. As I look out into this crowd, into the sea of red graduation caps, into the cluster of proud whalers, I do not see a group of unruly, dangerous, or unmotivated students. No, I see a group of remarkable, intelligent, and driven young adults. Let me prove it! Are you listening, class of 2014? I cannot name them all, so please excuse me if I left out some of your accomplishments, but I'm going to recite a partial list of your achievements as a class this year. In the field of scholarship and leadership, many of you earned college credits through the AP and dual enrollment program, and many of you were admitted into respected institutions of higher learning. The JROTC academic and leadership teams were recognized as national finalists in a series of academic competitions against 1,700 schools across the country. In the field of engineering and technology, the Engineering Academy placed second for the National Robotics Competition. Computer students placed first at the DCC competition on computer programming and web design.
remembered, made a difference by raising over $3,000 for local charities and a walk for disabled children and a student-teacher talent show. In the field of sports, the football team and the boys soccer team were the conference champions. The girls field hockey team were the Big Three champions and qualified for states. In girls track, Ellie Bucknell was the javelin all-states champion. And Ray Brianna Dasher qualified in 3 events for the Division I championships. In boys track, Irvin Johnson was the Division state champion. And finally, the special needs students won the gold medal in the Regional Special Olympics. So congratulations to the class of 2014. I would like to offer praise and encouragement to my classmates. We find ourselves here tonight not by magic, chance, or sheer coincidence. We find ourselves here tonight because we have demonstrated Whaler pride as individuals and as a team. Tonight, all of our efforts and hard work have paid off. We would not be here without the selfless support of our parents, guardians, teachers, guidance counselors, or community. These mentors have awakened our imaginations, have inspired us to have faith in ourselves, and have given us the courage and confidence needed in order to follow our dreams. They have done so willingly, without expecting anything in return. They have given us endless sacrifices. So in return, we must offer them our success, for our achievements and their achievements are one and the same. They have sculpted us into the people that we are today, and for that, we, the class of 2014, thank them profusely. As graduates, we have reached the pinnacle of a long and exhausting journey. Isabel Waxman once mused, "It is indeed ironic that we spend our school days yearning to graduate and our remaining days waxing nostalgia about our school days. For who among us can forget such items as the pep rallies, Spirit Week, junior and senior banquets, passing of the whale, the Mr. Whaler competition, the senior assembly, or prom?" At this time, we must say goodbye to the friends that shared these memories with us, but we will never forget the Bedford High School family. Thank you.
Thank you, Callie. And now, the class president, Emma Finity. Everyone think back to our first day of high school. What you wore, how you felt, what you did. As freshmen, we were eager, anxious, and maybe even afraid to start high school. We would stay up at night and ask ourselves a question. Would we make friends? Would we do well? Would we be happy? It seems that now we are asking these same questions to the friends we thought we wouldn't have, wearing the caps and gowns that prove our success, with smiles on our faces. This is evidence that the fears we have for the future will not be as bad as we believe, and that leaving high school, moving on to other, perhaps better experiences, does not signal the end of our accomplishments. There's a certain level of anxiety associated with graduating high school. That anxiety is derived from the fact that the routine we have known for all of our lives is coming to a conclusion. Every day we wake up, we sit in a desk 5 days a week, September to June, enjoy a vacation of bliss under the warmth of the sun, and then return to our routine. Now, there is no more routine. There are no more pep rallies or banquets, talent shows or assemblies. We can only enjoy them as fond memories. Our entire functioning has been dictated by the sound of a bell. We are told when to listen, when to speak, and when to act. When there is no longer a bell to guide you, I ask you to keep your ears open, your words kind, and your actions wise. Enduring high school, along with growing up, is very similar to a hiker preparing for a journey to the summit of Mount Everest. Before the hiker leaves, he
he or she must uptake extensive preparation, what to bring, what to wear, safety precautions, and which friends to call who will be brave enough to join. And even with months, perhaps years of preparation, the mountain will still be dangerous to climb, and the hiker must begin climbing without the promise that he or she will ever reach the top. We are all hikers, but instead of preparing for an exhaustive climb of Mount Everest, we are preparing for life beyond the classroom. The last 18 years of our lives have been our preparation, and now it is time to begin our climb. It will not be easy, and we have no promises that we will be successful. We may never reach our top, but that does not mean it is not worth the attempt. Why do hikers even bother to attempt to reach the top of the highest mountain in the world if it is so dangerous and nearly impossible to reach? The answer does not lie within successful completion of the dream, but in the experience. It is an amazing thing to even begin the journey to the top of Mount Everest. It takes extremely brave and ambitious climbers to even try. I believe all of us have the opportunity today to be brave and ambitious climbers. Our years of preparation have brought us to today, but we did not get here alone. Whether it be a teacher, guidance counselor, family member, or friend, who shaped our way of thinking and altered our perception of the world. The people who make an extended effort to ensure that we succeed, who genuinely care that we make something of ourselves, are the people who deserve an infinite amount of gratitude. Think of the person who has helped you the most in your life, meant the most to you, and cared the most about you, and be that person for someone else. It is our duty to ensure that we pay their acts of generosity and selflessness forward. We have approximately 25,000 sunsets left in our lives. 25,000. Consider graduation as a chance to start over. If you have a dream, go out and pursue it. No excuses. We have our own personal mountains to begin climbing, starting today. Whether it be pursuing higher education, joining a field of service, or entering the workforce. Be eager to go out into the world and accomplish your goals, but do not chase possessions. Your success is not measured by the number of cars you have or the size of your house. Your success is defined by the difference you have made in this world, whether or not you have made a positive difference in others' lives. Our journey is not about whether we make it to the very top. It is about how we deal with the challenges and adversity thrown at us along the way. How you cope with this adversity, whether or not you learn and grow from it, is a measure of your character. Do not allow your success to be measured by the number of people who flock when life's minutes are coated in gold, but by the few who remain when the gilded clock expires. Many people will be eager to run up the hill with you, but only good friends, only best friends, will be eager to join you in a hazardous trek up a mountain. Surround yourself with those people. So take the opportunity you have been given to enter the world with a desire to consistently pursue dreams. Do not stop yourself from being happy. Chase after dreams that are worthwhile to you. Have the courage to speak your mind without the fear of being judged. If it matters to you, it is important. Have the courage to tell people what you have always wanted. Have the courage to follow your heart. Do what you believe is best for you, and that might not be what is best for your family or your friends. Now is the time to be selfish. Take control of your life and determine your own fate. Do not fear failure because it is an inevitable result. We fail. But it is okay to fail, as long as you learn and continue to try. It is okay to not reach the very top of the mountain, but have the courage to pursue what you want most out of your life.
Relax.
Take the opportunity you've been given today and build on it. Make your family, your school, and your community proud. But make it your ultimate goal to leave this world a better place than when you entered it. Be proud to be the New Bedford High School class of 2014, and good luck.
Thank you, Hallie and Emma. Next is the class song. Class song our seniors have chosen this year is titled My Wish by Rascal Flatts and will be performed for you this evening by seniors Christiani DePina and Lorraine Tavares.
Chimachimi, Chia Chive 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 Chindo, Chili Chili Chia Chiventina, Chia 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 Chimichicho, Chimichicuchilon, Chia Chia Chiventina, Chili Chicochilon. Chia 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 Chia. Perfect understand. Então te serve, tia
See, my mother used to speak about like that. Huh? Abuela. Oh, that's good.
I'm addicted because yo Gabi habla en mucha son. You speak it in mucha mami.
I don't speak it.
Well, you understand it. Abuela is speaking.
All that you want to do, your dreams stay big, your worries stay small. You never need to carry more than you can hold. And while you're out there getting where you're getting to, I hope you know somebody loves you and wants the same things too. Yeah, this is my way.
That's what you do, right?
No, it's the phone. Just how to say.
No problem. I should record it in because I must have when I record this, we'll make my record. YouTube. No music.
Yeah.
I hope you know somebody loves you. Beyond your dreams, Thank you, Lorraine and Gianni. We will now begin the presentation of diplomas. I ask Mr. Kula, Superintendent Dr. Durkin, and the Mayor of the city, Mayor Mitchell, to present diplomas to the highest honors graduates.
Hola.
No, it doesn't far from. Damn. Because ROTC rocks. You're jealous when you ain't doing it. I'm totally. You should, it's fun. It's fun, you should. You can have some. Yeah, you know something.
Highest honors graduates, please rise.
rise and proceed forward to receive your diplomas.
O-O-T-Y, out of the way.
Oh, that's nice. That shit's all organized.
That's what I mean.
Really? What are you gonna do? Walk around?
It's 40 of them.
I don't know how it's on. Papi, stand over there in the front. Ahí en el medio. Take a better picture.
When they get down to her.
The class of 2020
Hannah's right here.
Should be in black.
She's right here.
Hallie
When they get to the
Burger.
next page, then you can get down over there. You can get down over there, so you can get the better picture.
Deshaun, can you move your head, please?
Kayla Marlene Almeida.
They should have done it the other way.
Yeah, no, they do.
They should, yeah.
Morgan Ruth Anthony.
She forgot brown ammo. She's not there. Alright, that's 1 down, 3 down, 1,000 more to go.
Brianna Amrose.
Oh wow.
That's what I think to call.
Cheyenne Bernier.
What do you mean Anthony Brown? I know what you're talking about.
Kyle Bedford.
Yo, cover up this one.
Está para que está frito aquí.
Lauren
She's so
Rulon.
small compared to you.
Okay.
You okay?
Tengo que cubrir la cara porque está muy eso. Sereno.
No worry. Alright. Yo, can you cover her head?
Sí, el sereno está.
La cabeza.
Yeah, I wear one. I purple. I have the purple. I
Phoebe
can't do it.
Janet Meyer. Melissa Carnero.
Goddamn.
Paige DeRocher. Diana Drayton. James Hoffinger Duff. Tristan Flood.
I didn't see them.
Shane Matthew Furtado. Noah Giosa. Shayla Gonzalez. Victoria Gobea. Victoria Hathaway.
I don't know if I lower the thing.
The light.
Yeah.
All right. Come on, pon la pata. I already got it.
Alexis
It's always the
Eber.
purple.
Dylan Keeney.
I'm just gonna cover with the both things.
Haley LaRue.
I would have took 10 years to do that.
Cameo Lobo. Cameron Lowe. Chris Mott. Victoria Mello. Keith Miner. Damien James Montague. Danny Wen. Olivia Owens. Brock Miles Parent.
Tú no viste ajena, ¿no?
Henna's all the way in the middle. It's gonna be a while.
Brianna Carrera. Cassie Corrier. Elizabeth Poyon.
Should have two people calling names.
It's almost done though. For the honor, it's almost done.
Yeah, but for the other people, should people call them?
Miranda Rivos.
It's almost done for the honor. The highest honor.
I love it. I love it.
Huh?
Kim is lucky that I love it.
Samuel Racine.
Tengo una hambre encima. No he comido nada.
¿Quién?
Yo.
¿Está bueno?
Está bueno.
Holly
Yo tampoco.
Roberts.
No, pero tú eres flaca y se lo dijiste comer.
Madison Lee Rose.
Yeah, we got 1, 2, 3, 4.
¿Qué te pones flaco así?
Ya, si se fuera así de fácil.
Y cuando empieza hambre te da un dolor.
Rufino.
Chacho.
Y después el olor. Y cuando tú hueles.
Rebecca Lynn Souza.
45.
Ashley
Aisha, no food
Souza.
today for him. Aisha, no food for him. No food for him.
Mateo
There was no food for me yesterday either.
Aisha,
Aisha, he might eat you.
Emma
He might eat you.
Eliza
Not like-
Vasquez, also graduating as Valedictorian.
Yo te gradué un cuarto con 2 otros días.
Adam Vieira.
¿Usted cree que soy un cantapendiente? Me muerde.
Phoebe Blaze Williams Brown.
They're getting beat up.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the class of 2014 highest honor graduates. The class Vice President Taylor Souza.
Hey, stop taking the blanket off of yourself. Hey.
And our class president, who is also graduating as the highest honored student, Emma K. Finity.
I wrap you up good. I wrap you up good.
We have been honored this year to have a wonderful young lady join New Bedford High School family. This young lady is from the country of Malaysia. She is a foreign exchange student from January to June.
¿Qué era ella?
De Malaysia.